Why do I look so friggin' white? In today's video, I'm gonna be going over my personal experience of using the Body Analyzer 1 scale for just about a year now. I'm gonna go over a little review. I'm gonna explain the good, the bad, and whatever else you need to know. If you're in the market for a new scale and you're looking to track your weight, which is something you need to do, then stick around. We're gonna find out if this is the one you should buy. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy John Mango from Beyond the Iron. I'm looking to take your fitness and nutrition further so you can change your life forever. Now on this channel, I like to do a lot of muscle building, workout videos, which by the way, if you want a workout video, comment, I want some gains down below. And I'm gonna come out with a workout video next week. Anyways, again, if you're new, workout videos, muscle gain, fat loss, but also fitness product and supplement reviews just like this one. So if that's something that interests you, you're looking to expand and further your knowledge, then check out my other content and consider subscribing while you're at it. So if you stick until the end, obviously I'm gonna be telling you everything you need to know about this scale. I know there's plenty of reviews out there, but I'm telling you my personal experience. I'm not sponsored. I don't have a affiliate link or nothing like that. So it's gonna be raw, my thoughts at the end, which, you know, I always stick to honest reviews if you've seen the other ones on my channel. So that's what I'm gonna stick to here. That being said, let's dive in. Those who may not be 100% familiar of this type of scale, it's called the Body Analyzer 1 scale, and it's by Vanity Planet. It looks like this. I'm gonna be going over the build and all that soon, but as you see, it's pretty thin. It's a pretty normal looking scale, but the thing is that it's got all these different things that it basically shows you, all these measurements that you can find out about yourself when you step on the scale. So the main reason that I actually got this scale was because I follow some of the people in the fitness industry, and it actually was Christian Guzman's video that I came across that kind of got me intrigued in this scale because one, I was in the market for a new scale. So if you're not, you probably, I don't know why you're watching this video. I mean, unless you love the kid. But I was in the market for it, and you know, I wanted one that was very high quality, and the fact that this could show me other things, I thought maybe could help dramatically in the case that, you know, I weigh myself every day. And if you're somebody that weighs yourself every day, obviously a scale, a good scale, is a pretty important investment, you can call it, right? So that's the reason why I chose to get this scale. So now talking about some of the features that you'll see on this scale, I'll go ahead and put a little video of the different things here. And basically it's gonna show you a few different stats. One is gonna be obviously your weight. Now you can do it in kilograms or in pounds. It's gonna also show you a body fat percentage that it's going to calculate via a bioelectrical impedance method. And if you're not too sure about the bioelectrical impedance method and what that is or how accurate it is, then go ahead and click this video here where I go in depth about every kind of body fat test there is, this being one of them. All right, another thing it's gonna show you is the amount of water that you have in your body at that given time, and it's also going to show you your bone mass. Obviously this could be pretty beneficial when you think about it. When you look and you see your body fat percentage, you can determine based off that, based off your bone mass, and based off your water, you can determine, you know, how much of it is lean mass and how much is fat. Obviously this is the point. Also, you can track certain things like, let's say, bone mass if you want to obviously avoid osteoporosis or anything of that nature, or maybe your goal is to just get massive bones. Again, we're going to talk about the accuracy and how these features have worked for me since using this. And by the way, I've been using this scale for just over a year now, so I'd say that I have enough experience with it to be able to bring to you an honest and a pretty accurate review. So those are some of the features that you'll get from this scale. Now, right off the bat, that is definitely a bonus, as other scales or most other scales, cheaper ones, you will not find these kinds of features, right? So another thing, this is a big pro, is that the battery life is great on this. So I actually just had to change the batteries for the first time the other day, and they don't take those weird like circular batteries, they take the AAA batteries. And honestly, I switched them out after a year, literally a year of using it, which to be honest, I actually don't know if that's good or bad battery life, but hey, it seemed all right to me. So battery life is good. Build quality also it's very solid, very sturdy. It doesn't, no parts in it shake or nothing. It feels very sturdy when you stand on it. Also, it's kind of nice because of the glass and whatnot. And you know, it's obviously extremely water resistant. So I know some digital scales may not be, but in this case, you're good to go. Another pro that I know about this scale is actual accuracy. So one thing about other scales, have you ever stepped on one scale and gotten a certain number, stepped on another one and gotten a completely different number? Well, a lot of people will notice that the consistency of their weigh-ins will vary heavily from scale to scale. Even if it's at the exact same time, you might get completely different weigh-ins. Now, one thing that I did see before I bought this scale, which is another reason why I decided to get it, I did see it being compared to scales that are actually used for, federations, such as weigh-ins for fighters or powerlifting federations, particularly events or federations that need the most accurate scales. This one actually stood the test to those. So it was found that this was literally just as accurate, maybe off by a 0.2 max as those other scales. So accuracy is something that you can count on with this scale. And of course, it helps if you use it in the same spot every day for consistency purposes. Now let's go into probably one of the biggest selling points of this scale, and that's gonna be the body fat percentage. So as I mentioned before, you're gonna be getting your body fat percentage calculated via bioelectrical impedance method. So essentially what it does is it shoots a little electrical, obviously not harmful electrical current through your body. And the thing here is that it's only covering one aspect of it. So it's obviously shooting it up through your lower body. So basically the fat percentage can vary quite a bit between person to person. For example, myself, I know that I store more body fat in my legs than I do in my upper body, or at least some areas of it. So this could actually read out as a higher body fat percentage overall. So when it comes to the body fat scale percentage, I wouldn't say it's very accurate. Well, actually it's definitely not accurate, okay, unless I'm 18% body fat, in which case I'm buying a new scale. But here's the great thing about the body fat percentage is that this is also consistent. So it may not be 100% accurate, but a consistent readout of your body fat percentage is actually just as important as the real number itself. If you see my DEXA scan videos and other body fat videos, you understand that there is no 100% true surefire way of finding out your exact body fat. But the key to actually measuring if you're losing or gaining body fat is to get a consistent body fat readout over time. Now, the fluctuations with the body fat here, depending on how much water you did or didn't drink, are very minimal. In other words, very consistent body fat percentage numbers that the scale is outputting. So that's actually a good thing because, if I'm 200 pounds and it says I'm 16% when I think I'm less than that, fine. If I keep reading out every day and it's 200 and it goes down to, 14.8, 200, 14.5, 200, 14.4, over time, you know that you are most likely losing body fat, right? So having a consistent body fat readout for you every morning, let's say, or every week or whatever the case is with this scale is actually a big bonus, even though it may not be accurate. That is literally all that there is to talk about with this scale. If you saw the video I posted last week of my weigh-ins, click here if you haven't seen it. And I show you the basically sheet with all my weigh-ins I have weigh-ins for the last few years. I have been using this every single day, over 365 days at this point, and I have had zero issues with it. I have had no complaints. It's been basically completely submerged. It has taken everything. It's been through my bulks, my cuts, and it's been providing me very accurate readouts. It's a tool that I've used to help me get to the results that I want. So when it comes down to my recommendations, here's the thing. I would recommend that you get this scale if you're in the market for a scale and if you're serious about weighing yourself every day. So it's not necessarily about what kind of scale you get, but more so first, the fact that you get a scale, because despite what these fitness gurus say or what article you read on Google says, weighing yourself every day is a huge component to getting to your results as quickly as possible. And having a solid tool like this, although it might be pricey, comes with little extra features in it, that's gonna be very helpful. It's gonna last you a long time. Battery life is good, not much to worry about. You just step on it and go. So in that case, I do recommend this scale if you're in the market for a new one. If you have one already and you find that it's been working fine, then hey, why not stick to that? This one can get a little pricey too, unless you can find a discount code. I don't have one myself, but I know some other fitness YouTubers might have like a 70% off or something like that. So, and that is obviously a good deal. So in that case, it might be worth the investment. I also want to talk about the bone density readout. So the bone density readout that I got from here was, I believe it was 10.2 or something. It has literally been consistent since I had the scale. It has literally been almost the exact same number throughout, and I've gotten DEXA scans, which yes, they aren't the most accurate. However, for bone density, they are extremely accurate. They are the gold standard for bone density measurement, and the DEXA scan read that I had the exact same bone density as this scale said. So if you're interested in tracking your bone density, then definitely this scale is a must. When it comes to water, obviously this is going to change depending on how much water you've drank beforehand, the day before, how much you've drank right before, all that kind of stuff, how hydrated you are basically, whether or not you go to the washroom before, after, that kind of stuff. But again, I noticed very consistent results, meaning the water fluctuation was between, I don't remember the numbers, but it was like a 55 and a 65, and they'd only fluctuate 5 to 10% at most, which is again good because it's showing that there's a consistency there, and then there's a little bit of fluctuation depending on, you know, the day before and stuff. So again, if you're interested in knowing your hydration levels or how much water you have, then, you know, this would be a massive reason to invest in this scale. Also, the scale comes with a manual that shows you everything you need to know about it, which is great. And it's going to tell you, you know, what your hydration level should be, what's a good bone mass, how to track, how to input your stats. You know, another great thing is that you're able to input your own stats, and you can have up to 5 to 10 people input their stats, because again, these stats are pretty important to measuring those other features that I talked about. So the scale is actually personalized to you. Every time you step on it, you want to make sure you set it to yours if you have multiple people on it. And from there, you're literally getting your specific readouts. So I gotta be honest, when I started this review, I was gonna say at the end that, you know, it's not really necessary. You can just buy a cheaper scale at Walmart. And you know, it still is the case if you're just kind of getting into it. Obviously, if you're on a budget and you don't really care about the extra features, then you know what, a scale from Walmart will do just fine. However, going through this review, I realized this is a sick scale, and I believe everybody that's serious about their fitness could use the extra features, which we all can, would definitely benefit from this scale. So keep that in mind. I hope that this review has helped. And again, I like to do reviews like this, and I like to bring you these kind of things just to help you take your fitness, nutrition further so you can change your life forever. I'm John Mango from Beyond the Iron, and thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for all of your fitness content coming every week, Tuesdays and Fridays. All right, thanks so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.